going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Archer Exchange. And today is March 9th, with Bitcoin coming in around 20,330. And on today's show, we're going to be talking about the crypto exchanges, how to get started on them as well. And I'm going to let Eric get a little bit more into detail as far as what the show is going to entail. So take it away.
Yeah, so on this episode, we're going to get into the basics, not too advanced, mainly for the new beginners on getting into the exchanges, how to get on board onto them, set up your information, and then buying and selling, and that's going to be covered. And then we're also going to be going over the news today, what's going on, and then we're going to be going to coin of the day. We're going to be covering that today, and as a little teaser for the coin of the day. If you guys can guess what coin we're going to be talking about, then leave it in the comments. And what this coin is, it covers NFTs, music, gaming space, and get a hold of this, even the film industry.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to leave a comment, and also tell you what happens if you guess the coin of the day.
So if you can guess the coin that we're talking about that has to do with the gaming, NFT, music, and film space, while we're doing this live, and you can leave a comment down below on which coin you think it is that we'll be covering later on in this episode. Like I said, leave it down below, and if so, it's going to help us kind of see where people at when it comes to knowing about crypto and which coins and stuff like that. But needless to say, if you can guess it and you have a crypto that you would like us to talk about in our next episode, or just any kind of general crypto information in general, if you want to know anything, whether it be about the exchanges, cold wallets, hot wallets, or whatever, if you can guess this coin, we'll give you a shout out in our next video or next live stream, which will be next Tuesday or next Monday, because we're going to fluctuate between either Monday and Tuesday. But Thursday be locked in. We just haven't made our mind up if it's going to be every Monday or Tuesday, because it's just going to depend on our scheduling. But yeah, if you can guess this coin during the live, we'll give you a shout out. And our next video or next live stream, we will cover whatever content that you want to post. So leave a comment as far as if you get it right, stay in the stream, and we'll make sure that you get the next video pretty much.
Cool. Sounds good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So moving right along in our education part of the show that we do, and we've mentioned about the exchanges and stuff. So basically, we've found a coin we want to buy. We're interested in it. We've done good research on it. We haven't just listened to people out there, oh, you should buy this kind of thing, and we've made an educated choice on what we want to buy. So what do we need to do as far as that? Where do we buy that?
Or if you just want to be an investor in general,
right?
You want to start earning passive income or whatever the case may be. Most important thing is knowing where to buy your crypto and where to get started at. So there's a few different exchanges, centralized and decentralized exchanges. When it comes to being able to purchase crypto, we're going to mainly focus on centralized exchanges today. And that being said, that's going to be like crypto.com, Nexo, Binance US, and Coinbase. And with them exchanges like that, with the ones that I mentioned, it's pretty simple. If you got an iPhone, Android, or if you use your laptop like we got in front of us, you can just simply search on Google, or you can search your App Store or Google Store, whatever Android has, and just download the app. And if you want to use your laptop, same deal, just download it onto your computer. That'll be, step number one is figuring out which one you want to use.
What would be the best way to figure out which one? Like, would you want to look at like the fees, or would you want to look at like maybe what kind of coins they have and the liquidity and that kind of thing?
You definitely want to look at the fees and basically the information about the exchange, like how long they've been around, or been in business, that type of thing. You want to make sure, they're safe and secure, and because ultimately you'll be putting your money on that
Right,
exchange.
right. You
So
want to be able to trust them.
you want to be able to trust them. So, you kind of got to look into that exchange as well. But as the ones we mentioned above, that's, some of the ones that we use personally when we buy crypto. Um, so again, it's just downloading the app. Once it's installed, you're going to create an account with your username, being email, password, all that good stuff. And you don't want to just use any old simple password that anybody can hack. Make sure you get like a Google Authenticator or Microsoft Authenticator, whatever kind of authenticator, two-factor authentication app to go along with it.
Yeah, it's like a lot safer than just using the text part where it sends you the text message for your code, because somebody can actually, if they ever get your SIM or go and act like they're you at your phone company, and then your number's on that SIM, they can put it on any phone, and then they can get their password that way. Right. As far as the two-factor part, and then have access and drain your funds if you're not careful. So that Google Authenticator app is a really good one. I know Coinbase uses that one. Yeah. And so always good to take the extra precautions.
As many security steps as you can implement on these exchanges, just because of the simple fact that we live in a digital world, you need to be aware of all the scams and hacks, and just anybody can get your information, you know what I mean? So it's better to take all the extra steps to cover yourself, KYC pretty much.
What about the KYC?
So with the KYC, once you create your account and all that, you're going to have to verify, and basically they're going to ask you to input your driver's license or your date of birth.
That's know your customer.
Yeah, knowing your customer and all that. So they're gonna make sure that they know who you are, and they're gonna be able to check yada yada, all that good stuff. And that's another good benefit when it comes to that. So what's the another step that would be required when
so as along with that KYC, I don't know if you set it up, but they actually have to take a picture of your driver's license, then all that, and it takes a little bit of time, not too much time. It can take a day or night or a few hours, just depends on how busy I guess they are. That's a big thing right there. And then you have to actually link, you don't have to, you can use a credit card or whatever, but you can link your bank account to your or your debit card or both. That way you can on-ramp US dollars from your bank and to buy your crypto. So you'll have to put that kind of information in there too.
And all of it's pretty simple. A lot of people think that it's all complicated.
Right.
There's a lot of reasons why they stay away from it, but centralized makes it pretty easy.
A lot easier than decentralized.
It's just like going to your bank, and open a bank account. They basically do all the work for you, and and there's pros and cons to everything, right? There's pros to being centralized, especially for beginners and people that ain't real tech savvy and don't really know a whole lot about.
It has like a lot of them have like a help section in there too, where you can type in a question, it brings up different things, or you can sometimes chat with somebody,
right?
Kind of thing too, to get help and stuff, because it can be a little overwhelming at first but it gets easier and easier the more that you do it.
Creating an account and getting on an exchange is the simplest part, right? You create a password, username, email, all that good stuff. Do your email verification, and then you do your KYC, uploading your driver's license and stuff like that. But the other factors that people get tripped out about is the whole put money on, get money off.
Yeah, and, you're right.
That's pretty much a big factor that why people steer clear of stuff like that, because they don't know how to do it. And which is the main reason why we're creating this channel, right?
So, and I get asked all the time, like by several people, like, oh, well, when you sell it, how long does it take to get to your bank account, or does it even go to your bank account? Some people
or
say,
can you sell it?
Yeah, can you sell it? And then when I'm telling them, well, it's like instant, it's right then. You sell it right then, and you send it over there, and however long it takes for the transaction, just like anything else.
Yeah.
That we buy or sell.
And 9 times out of 10, crypto will be quicker than some places that people use now. I know some like Zelle and stuff. I use Zelle a lot. And, PayPal and Venmo and they're pretty quick, and crypto is the same way. But the difference between crypto and stuff like that is they have to verify the transaction, right? So
Yeah.
there's actual transactions and confirmations that have to be done.
I'm talking about like the blockchain.
The blockchain
Yeah,
that has
yeah.
to be done
The
behind
ledger.
the scenes to verify them transactions. It ain't just somebody click a button and your money's gone. People got to verify it. That's the whole purpose of the
Right.
blockchain and stuff like that.
And then you
So,
got like, which we'll get into that later, but
Yeah.
it's different blockchains or different speeds too
Yeah.
on that too. That can make a huge
right, different
difference.
fees, different
fee-
speeds,
Yeah,
everything.
yeah, that's a whole nother show.
Yeah,
There.
and there's a whole different. There's a lot of stuff when it comes to crypto, and again, that's the main reason why we're creating this channel is because there's so much out there that a lot of people don't realize, and that's what we're here to do. Is we're here to do the research
yeah.
and make sure that you guys know how to get involved in the crypto, and if you want to be an investor, entrepreneur, get out of that 9-to-5 lifestyle, all that good stuff. That's why we decided to create this channel. It's mainly for education and
Here to
keeping
help
up
you
with
guys
the
out.
news,
Yeah.
and even giving insight, free advice on different coins that we research and that we invest in, because a lot of people don't know which ones to buy and
Yeah.
don't even know where to get started.
Right.
It is a whole lot of stuff when it comes to getting an exchange
yeah.
that you want to use, figuring out which coins to purchase and sell, buy.
Well, a lot of it too, people are scared to get into it because people hear crypto. A lot of times they just instantly think like it's a scam or something because
Yeah.
all the stuff they hear in the news and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
So they're scared to put their money on those exchanges and
Right.
stuff too. But
Not
so-
to mention they're putting their money on something they can't see, like
Yeah,
real estate
yeah.
investments. You actually deal with people in person and stuff
Mhm.
like this.
right.
A lot of people, which I used to be that same way. Like I like to do face-to-face transactions and
Mhm.
face-to-face deals,
right.
stuff like that. But with this in this time and age, and with the fact that crypto's so new, I mean it's been around for a while, but it's an ever evolving space. You know
Right.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like always
Changing.
changing and growing and getting bigger and better and fixing and accomplishing different things within the space. So you got that as well.
Right.
But again, so back to the exchanges. Once you create your account, do your KYC, you can link your bank account or link your debit card, credit card, or whatever, and you'll be able to purchase crypto, whatever you want. If you want to put $500 or pull $500 out of your bank account, it's gonna make a simple transaction. It's gonna tell you, and you'll have to confirm it all as well, right? So
Yeah.
it don't just you click $500 and it just boom boom, because that would make it too easy.
Right.
So,
right.
you're gonna accept it and all that good stuff.
And you can spend it right then too.
Right. So, some
On
which is
on
good,
coins, or you can just sit there till you spend it,
uh,
or you can withdraw it later. But
which is a great thing because when crypto's going down, right? It's so volatile, crypto
Mhm.
space,
right.
and it goes up and down so much. Where sometimes if you purchase something, you got to wait on the money to clear and come out of your bank account before you
Yeah.
can actually spend it. Well, with a lot of these exchanges like Coinbase and Binance and Nexo and stuff like that, you can put $500 on and you get $500 to spend right there
Right then.
on on the spot, and you can pick whatever coin you want to purchase, and
That's nice.
it's that quick. So that's another
You
good
can't
feature.
like if you do your bank account and you purchase it, you can't once you buy that you can't move it off the exchange until like
Yeah, you
it
have a
clears
certain
the
time
bank.
limit, yeah.
Yeah, which that's just standard. That's just normal thing.
Yeah,
right there
because
with
they got to make
everything.
sure that you got the money in your bank account
Yeah.
to cover what you're purchasing on their exchange. So,
Right. And usually it's about 5 days, 7. It changes around
Yeah.
depending on exchange and all
Yeah.
that,
right.
and what's going on. I guess how busy the system is or whatever in the old system we have. And but if you use like a debit card, then the fee is going to be more expensive, but you can buy something and then you
And
can
that
move
depends,
it
too.
off too.
Right, because like Binance.us,
Yeah.
there's no fee.
For a
to-
credit
to-
card or a debit card?
Well,
or-
for a debit card. Well, actually, I think my bank account is linked to it. So using my bank
Oh,
account
okay.
being linked to it, there's absolutely
That's
no
great.
fee, no matter how much I put on.
right.
Like I told
Because
you,
I know like
I put some on this morning, and
Coinbase is expensive to do it like that unless you go directly to your bank account, and I think Crypto.com was kind of expensive too, 3% or something like that.
Crypto.com has
And,
a debit
Nexo
charge
too.
fee.
Yeah,
I believe you can link your bank account, but I didn't, so I couldn't tell you 100% about the fees. But I guarantee most of the time, if you use a credit or debit card, they're gonna charge you a fee. If
Yeah.
you can link your bank account, that is the best bet.
Yeah, most definitely.
I've noticed a lot of exchanges they don't charge you if you link your bank account. I guess because it comes out, pretty quick, and
Right, and you can save a lot of money on fees too, because like say you put $1,000 on there or whatever, and then you take that 1,000 and divide it up in like 10 different coins or $100. You're not getting. So if you took a debit card and you paid like one coin, 10 different coins, it's going to be like a fee every single time
Oh man,
that you're doing
Yeah,
that
it
versus
starts adding up.
getting your money on there for free, and then you're paying lesser for each one of those. That makes a
Right,
big
right.
difference whenever you're trying to accumulate.
yeah. So again, that covers a good bit of the exchanges, as far as, and then that's linking your debit card and credit card, and then when it comes to buying, selling, trading, withdrawing your crypto, all that's just as simple as everything else that we mentioned already.
Oh, I get this asked a lot too. That whenever I try to show people what to do and stuff about downloading the apps, exchange like Coinbase or whatever, and they'll be like, "Well, how much does it cost for me to download? Like, what's it cost?"
Yeah.
And they'll think that there's
You gotta
like
pay to get
a
the app.
fee just to like get on it
Yeah.
type of thing, which there isn't. It's all free.
Yeah.
That part of it, until you actually buy or sell something, you have a
Right.
fee.
Once
so
you want to put money on there and stuff
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
right. So that's kind of like I get that all the time. I'm sure you probably do too.
Oh yeah. Oh
And
yeah.
There's a lot
we
of
get
confusion.
we we work out there with so many people, and a lot of people, even if they do know about crypto, they'll know one bit over here, one piece over here.
Right.
And I'm not saying we know everything, you know what I mean, but we actually take the time to do research
Yeah.
every day, try to stay ahead of the game and learn as much as possible, versus a lot of people will be in it just for money. Now, I'm not saying that we ain't in it for the money, but we actually feel like this is a
New technology.
it's new technology, and it's here to stay, and it's going to solve a lot of problems that we have in today's time and age and stuff like that. So again, the people that we talk to, like I talked to one dude, that got so much money on his crypto exchange, don't know about cold wallets or hot wallets, or
Yeah.
and if that bank account or if that exchange goes bankrupt,
Yeah.
you lose your money, or what, you wait on it to get released.
Yeah,
or
we
what,
saw a lot of that
thing.
last year, and man, was that
Yeah.
FTX and
Celsius, Voyager.
yeah, right. Yeah, I mean it's something to think about. You got to really do some due diligence and stuff, and figure out what the best route is to go.
So now when it comes to buying crypto on any of these exchanges, once you follow what we said, as far as creating an account and all that good stuff, say you want to purchase Ethereum, you'll move money from your bank account over to that exchange, and then you should have immediate access to that money or them funds to be able to purchase that Ethereum. All right, so you got different types of orders. You got market orders, limit orders, and is it market and spot?
Yeah,
and
spot.
limit. So with market orders, you're purchasing at the price it is right then and there, and then you got limit orders where you can set your own price limit, right? So if Ethereum is $1,500, but you don't want to purchase it at $1,500, you could put in there $1,450, and if it drops down to $1,450, it'll automatically submit that order and purchase that crypto for
That's
you,
awesome.
and then you basically got a $50 discount
Right.
because you waited to purchase instead of getting it right now.
And you can set multiple ones.
Yeah,
even
multiple.
down through there.
As long as you got the money on the in your account, you can, however much you have in your account, you'll be able to set, like, and it even tell you, you can do 25% of your portfolio.
Yeah, you can break it
50%,
down, make it to
75%,
be easier.
whatever you have in US dollars now, because once you purchase crypto, you can't use that crypto to purchase other crypto.
Right.
You would have to sell it first, and that's another key information that you need to know as well, because you can't just bounce around and purchase different items and purchase different assets without cashing out first. Like you have to basically purchase everything in USD.
Or add
USD
more money
coin,
on the
or add more money
Waves
from your bank
exchange.
account to that exchange, etc. And then, not to mention, whenever you purchase that Ethereum, you're gonna have to pay a fee. And like we mentioned earlier, different tokens different blockchains, different networks, whatever the case may be that you're getting in to, or have different fees. Like Ethereum is known to have high gas fees. Now, not
Yeah.
since the proof of stake, but before that they had real high fees.
Right. And this is more like whenever you're moving your coins
moving.
to a different spot place, like a wallet or a different exchange or something like that,
Right.
the gas fees and stuff. Especially the decentralized exchanges, the gas fees are really high.
Oh,
There,
yeah.
Man, it's insane.
And
crazy.
and then you can also swap your tokens. So if you have Ethereum and say you purchased it at 1,500 and it went up to 1,600, and you want to swap over here, this coin's down today, and you want to swap it, you can simply just go to a swap and go from Ethereum to whatever token you want, and it'd be that just
That's
that
cool.
simple.
That way, that way you don't have to, like, if say you've got want to get this coin or whatever, and this one's up, you don't have to like sell this one into U.S. dollars and then buy back into this one. You
Yeah.
can just swap the two.
And
You're
pay
eliminating that
fees
one
and
step.
stuff. Yeah, you're eliminating, and every transaction is tracked, and you have to turn in, right?
Yeah.
So
Taxable event. You talking
yeah,
about?
it's taxable event, which
Yeah.
is that's a good little lengthy
Oh,
discussion
man,
right
yeah.
there as well, as
Right.
far as when it comes into capital gains, capital losses, and all that good stuff. But let's say you want to withdraw your crypto, like say you got your money in and you got out, you sold and made profit, and you want to put it back in your bank account, or say some emergency came up and you dumped $1,000 on crypto
Right.
exchange and something happens and
Like you have an emergency or something come up.
you got an emergency come up. How would you get your money off?
Well, you do just the opposite of putting it on there. The steps you went to putting it on there, you would go on there and you would sell it instead of buying it. You would sell it, and then in the U.S. dollars, and then you would send the U.S. dollars to your bank account,
Just that simple.
just like
right?
that, and you're done.
Just that simple.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's all complicated and
I don't- I
everything, but
mean-
all you got to do is transfer it back to U.S. dollars.
Mhm.
Like you can't put Bitcoin in your bank account, right? So,
Right.
you got to sell it first.
I think that's people get confused on that.
If
too,
they
a
think
lot,
they're
you know?
buying something and they can't do
Yeah,
nothing with it.
yeah.
But you get in, and then once you decide to get out,
Mhm.
you just transfer back to U.S.
It's
dollars.
really pretty simple. I mean, if you think about it, you wrap your mind around it or whatever, it's not too complicated. Once
No,
you start understanding it,
and then
taking
it goes
in.
right back in your bank account, and it'd be just as simple as when you put the money on, and just as fast too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Just like if you were buying anything with your credit card or bank account, pretty much, it's very
Yeah.
similar. I would say whenever you send like to your bank accounts, even quick, you don't have to wait to 5 or 7 days to clear it because it's already been Coinbase. It's already been cleared on Coinbase, so it's
the money's already there, it's ready to.
You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah.
Like when you first put it on, waiting for that.
And just
you
like
know.
with selling, you can put limit orders
Yes.
on, and or you could do a market sale.
I love that because I mean you can put an order in and you can wake up the next morning, you be sleeping and your order hit.
Mm.
You wake up and be like, oh man, it hit, I did get it. And it's a good feeling too whenever you set that order in at like you kind of guess where you think it's going to come down to, and
Or
your
go
order
up
be
to,
here
yeah.
and it comes and it hits it perfect, then it goes back up. Like you just hit, that's a good feeling. It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I picked a good spot for
Timed
my
it just
order.
right, yeah.
And you're getting it a lot cheaper that way. You're in more control.
Yeah,
and
because
stuff.
they have so exchanges have maker and taker fees,
Mhm.
do they not?
Right.
And it's a lot cheaper for somebody to put limit orders in versus market
Right,
orders,
because
right?
you can do the post only, and that will make you the maker. You're making the market. You're creating the market.
And all exchanges fluctuate. So, one exchange may be like 0.03%,
Yeah.
0.05% maker taker
Right.
fee, and typically the taking the
You're
order,
making the
yeah,
orders for
right.
people to buy, so they
Right.
give you a little discount on doing that. And
Oh fuck!
did it mess up?
No, I don't think so. I think we're good. But
Okay,
yeah, sorry about that. But
little technical issue.
oh, so yeah, there's a whole lot.
Whenever
of
I
stuff.
do it, I always do that. I always use that, like the limit order, and then even if I want to buy the crypto right then, I'll just drop it just a little bit,
Just a
with
little
the
bit.
pennies or whatever,
Yeah.
and then I'll get that cheaper. Hit post only. Now you have to go in there and you have to find where it's at on there and find that post only in order to get, and you have to do it every
To
time.
get the lower
every
fees,
single time.
yeah.
It's not like it just stays turned on all the
Yeah,
time.
right.
So you can't forget to do that. And I mean, you save some money doing it that way, and you can get more crypto that way.
Right.
Because you know, the
And
money
it makes
save
you
on
feel
that-
and it makes you feel good that you put an order in, and even if it takes you say 5 days, say the market's going up and we're at the top of
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
the top of that the candlesticks and stuff, you know, and you're like, oh, well, I think the market's gonna come down in the next
Follow the
5
trend.
days or whatever.
Mhm.
You know, it feels good if you can actually kind of take and make an educated guess.
Yeah.
Because nobody knows what the market's really gonna do. You know, it's just so
Well,
crazy.
and I think when you do that, it helps you learn a little bit about TA.
Yeah,
too,
right.
because you can see like you'll see a trend and you'll see the range, and then you'll kind of figure out, well, according to what I was seeing, you know, this would be a good spot to buy here,
Right.
and it's kind of helps you learn the market and
Yeah, and
charts
and
and stuff. A
you
little
know,
bit. It's
like I
kind of a
said-
taste of the charts.
and it's exciting to see whenever you place an order like that, and
Yeah,
or whether it be sell or buy, you know, just playing around with the market because
Mhm.
your orders don't always hit. You know, you're not gonna hit every one. You're not
Right.
gonna be able to predict every single outcome and that you're trying to accomplish, right? So just playing around with it, even if it don't hurt, even if
Yeah,
it don't
yeah.
hit, you know, it ain't gonna hurt you because your money's still there. You just and you can cancel the orders too, just as easy as you create them. You can cancel them just that
right.
easy
And
as
that
well.
that order will stay on there until it's canceled or
Until
it
it's
hits.
yeah, right.
Yeah,
So
until it comes down or goes up wherever you have it set at.
and that's a pretty good thing because of market price, right? A lot of people be skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
They'll see, oh, Bitcoin at 20,000. Well, I think it's gonna go up, and so they go ahead and put a limited order in, and
Yeah,
well, then it starts going down, and then they start losing money, and then they get discouraged.
right. Yeah,
Versus if they start messing with the limit orders and start looking at the charts daily, weekly, hourly,
Mhm.
you know, monthly, whatever the case may be, it'll get them in that rhythm of, you know, checking the chart, kind of seeing the trend lines and, you know,
Yeah.
stuff like that, which
Right.
will be, you know, stuff we'll cover later on and, you know, once we get into it. But,
Yeah, with those limit orders, you can actually take, and it actually is less work for you if you think about it, because say you have $1,000 you want to invest, and you can set your orders at different levels like this, like all the way down through there, and instead of just like if it comes down and it hits this one, and you have all your $1,000 sitting on that one, and it
Yeah.
hits, and then but the market keeps going
keep on
down,
going down.
then you've spent all your money and you can't buy down here because you already bought up here.
Yeah.
But if you set like $100 here, 100 or 500,
Mm.
500,
Yeah.
then you can actually
Hit everything as it's going
as it's
down
going
or
down.
up.
Yeah. So that's a good. But we're gonna get into investment
Yeah.
strategies later. That'll be
Yeah.
something that we covered. There's a whole bunch of different
Yeah,
investment strategies.
not to mention, you know, whenever you start doing stuff like that, you got to invest what you're willing to be able to lose. You know what I
Right.
mean? So
Yeah.
uh,
And when we were talking about credit cards and stuff, I don't use credit cards to invest,
right, I mean,
and we're not recommending anybody do that kind of thing. And we're not
giving you
financial
either,
advice. This is just entertainment type thing.
or education.
Or education, and but you have to do your own, do research, due diligence, but probably one of the worst things you can do is to invest with money that you don't have, like borrowing
Yeah.
a loan, or this is the most volatile market that there is. You
Yeah,
know?
don't jump in thinking that you're gonna make $1 million in a week or a day or a month. Like he said, only invest what you're willing to lose, because if you don't got $500 in your bank account,
Yeah, don't
and
use your
you
rent
know what
money.
I mean? Like, don't think that you're gonna go in here and take that 500 and flip it to 1,000 in 10 minutes or nothing like that. You know what I mean? 9 times out of 10, it ain't gonna work. A lot of times I've made trades, whether it been forex or crypto or stocks or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You'll go with your gut, and it'll just go the opposite way of what you feel
Yeah,
like it's
right.
gonna go.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people are pretty good at it, and they can kind of predict it just because they have a lot of indicators and all
Yeah,
that
learn
good
how to read
stuff.
the
And,
charts, TA, and stuff, and
like,
then
it takes a lot of
the
time.
news, the macro events.
It's a lot of learning. Like, you ain't gonna just jump in here and get a vision of what that market's gonna do. It ain't gonna work like that.
Definitely, yeah. You got to know what you're doing, and be careful about how much you invest. Like you don't want
Yeah.
to invest money that you not
If you
gonna be
can, if
missing.
you can afford $50 a week, now is the time to get into crypto. Um, we're in the bear market. The market is going down right now. It's been going down for the past couple of days, and like we always say, is we're in it for the long haul. So we just accumulate.
Yeah, we got our portfolio's going down right now. We're not stressed out about it. We're not like ready to jump off a building or anything
No.
like, and because we know how it works.
We're actually
and
excited. The more it goes down, the more we're able to accumulate.
Yeah,
and,
so you
and
can't
get
lose
more of.
because you can buy more that you're gonna sell when it's higher, or or if it goes up, then you can sell. But yeah, so we're not stressed about it because we know what's around the corner with the bull
But not
market.
just not just because of getting in to make money. I mean, obviously, anybody who gets into the market is obviously trying to make a profit, or a return on their investment,
Mhm.
or whatever the case may
Yeah,
be.
right.
But there's a lot of interesting stuff with crypto in general, and the different types of utility coins
Yeah, right.
and stuff they're trying to solve throughout real world problems. And so again, we researched a bunch of stuff and what coins are doing what, and
The
whether it be
utilities.
gaming or gaming in the metaverse. You got the NFT space, you got security coins, you got privacy coins, you got the exchange tokens too. Like a lot of the exchanges, we're talking about exchanges in this uh, episode or whatever. They have their own exchange token where
Oh yeah.
you're basically helping that exchange and securing their exchange or whatever, putting liquidity in their
Mm-hmm.
project,
And you get benefits for
and
those
you get benefits
too.
for having them coins like Nexo,
Yeah.
which obviously Nexo ain't for the US no
US.
more.
Right.
They used to be able to earn staking rewards, which is another thing that we didn't cover. But a lot of these centralized exchanges
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
where you purchase crypto will allow you to earn interest, whereas normal banks like SRP, Wells Fargo, Citibank, all of them,
Hardly
you
anything.
get half a cent on a dollar. You know what I mean? Like maybe not even that.
Yeah.
So you ain't earning nothing. And then not to mention you got to have a lot of money in there and maintain that certain balance to be able to draw that interest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now it's kind of the same thing in crypto exchanges where you got to maintain that balance to be able to get
Mm-hmm.
a lot of reward, but you'll still get that same interest rate
But you're
the
getting
whole
a
time.
lot of interest
But you get
compared to like
and
banks.
Nexo used to be a real good platform to get staking and earning that interest on. Now, being in the U.S., they still allowed us to be able to draw up to 5%. Then they upped it to certain tokens. You can get a lot of percent. Like
Yeah, it
I
depends on
think
the
you was
token.
drawing 36% on Axie Infinity
Yeah.
at one time.
Mm-hmm.
I think some other
Something like
coins.
34 or something like that.
I think some other coins that got added, it was like 15
Like
or 17%.
XRP, 9%
Yeah,
off of that promo.
and they started
For
adding.
6 months.
Yeah,
promo.
I was about to say they added that 6 month staking term where you could get 9%
Right.
interest. I mean, can you imagine like $10,000 in there and you draw 9% interest every year, and or every 6 months? Excuse me. I mean that's just a good benefit because you're letting your money make money and you don't really have to do nothing for it. And it don't,
Yeah, it don't
the
cost
market
anything.
goes up and down, but you still accumulating the coins, which
Build
is
it up, sell it in the
which
bull
is the
market.
other factor about it, because the U.S. dollar, $1 is a dollar. It don't go up or down. You know what I mean? It's the other items and stuff in the world that goes up or down. But a dollar is still going to be a dollar. Well, for example, XRP, if it's 50 cent and you have $10,000 worth of XRP, that's what 20,000 XRP coins, right?
Yeah.
All right, so when you draw 9% interest, you're not drawing, let's say, 50 cent or whatever. It's 50 cent worth of XRP. So them 20,000 tokens, you could be drawing 100 tokens
Oh man.
every 6 months or every
Right.
month or
Yeah,
whatever the case
whatever.
may be.
Yeah. comes
And
out
if
to
that
be.
coin goes up to say a dollar, you just doubled
Yeah,
all your
it-
interest.
It helps
all
you
your interest
accumulate
doubled.
for when you want to sell.
Yeah, right. So whenever the market goes up, now you got all this free money that you earn from interest and staking,
Yeah, just think if
and
you
it basically doubles or whatever that
Right.
coin does in the bull market. you know, you basically getting all that. I mean, we talk about it all the time, mining crypto, and you know, when we was doing that, and we was mining XRP. If XRP went to like $100, we was making what, like $2,000 or $10,000 a day, or whatever
Yeah,
the case may
yeah,
be.
yeah.
I mean, it's nuts to think like, well, I was only making $20 when I was doing it back then, but now it's worth $20,000.
Mm-hmm.
You know, per day is
crazy.
what we was getting. So, you know, different ways to look at it whenever you get involved. But staking is definitely a good feature. Binance US right now still has it. Coinbase has some on there.
Yeah, they've got some. Even,
Ledger,
even Ledger,
which,
yeah, that's what I
you
was
know,
gonna
that's
say, yeah.
a cold wallet, but even still, you can still get
Yeah.
interest, and
And
you can research all that.
you can even stake directly on the pool too, instead of using it on an exchange too.
Yeah.
And go through other like
Third
companies
party,
and stuff,
third
third parties, or you can actually stake directly to the blockchain if you have enough of it or whatever. You know, you
Yeah,
have,
right.
it's more technical to
Yeah.
get into that part of it and stuff, but it is possible. And there's pools that you can
Yeah.
stake in. There's so much stuff.
Yeah, but staking is definitely a nice feature when it comes to making money off of your money that you invest.
So like with mining and stuff, you don't, you know, you got electricity cost and you got, you know, hardware and
Yeah.
you get stuff when they go down, you got to fix them. With the staking, you don't have any of that stuff. You don't have to worry about the electricity. You don't have to worry about fixing a machine.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, you can't beat it.
Yeah, no, you can't.
I mean-
You're just earning passive income 24/7. But it's sitting there, I mean, your money's already sitting in your bank account. You know, why not try to get it to make more money for you while it's sitting there? If you're
Make your
not
money work for you.
If you're not utilizing it,
Yeah.
and you know, again, that's for people that have money to spare, obviously. But again, that's a good feature.
And you, like we talked about before, you got to be real careful too. Like you don't want to be like Celsius, you know, have your money like staked and stuff, and
Yeah.
then go down, you know, like that kind
Oh
of
yeah,
thing too.
yeah.
So
You got
that's where it's safer to be like putting it directly on the blockchain and stuff,
Yeah.
or on like a ledger staking.
Right, right.
So you got to be real careful with that kind of stuff too,
It's all about doing due diligence and
and
doing
your
your
risk
research
tolerance and all that.
and knowing what you're getting into. A lot of it don't have anything to do with crypto. It has to do with the world in general. With that being said, it's like technology came around, and then, you know, technology and stuff like that is real good, but people take advantage of it,
Right.
and people prey on the, you know, weak.
Yeah, because it's something so new and people don't know about it. They can get away with more
Yeah.
because people don't understand it. It's easier to dupe somebody if they don't understand what, you know,
Yeah,
what this thing is, you know.
I can tell you a story about, you know, you get all these emails and text messages and people trying to scam you out of money, you know. Oh, if you send me $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, I'll double it into $2,000 worth of Bitcoin. That's never gonna happen. You know, a good rule of thumb is if it sounds too good to be true, it
Then
probably,
it
is. You know,
Yeah, right.
and so the best thing to do is research like the rules. Like whenever you create your account, you'll read the terms and services and, you know, the agreements and everything that you'll sign off on or check mark or whatever, click the box.
Mhm.
They're never going to ask you for your password. They're never going
Never.
to ask you for your seed phrase. I don't even really check my email. I go straight to the source. If I need to know anything, if I have a Coinbase account and Coinbase sends me an email, I ain't clicking on nothing in that email. I'm going straight to Coinbase because they're going to tell you whenever you log in
Yeah.
what's going on.
Right.
If
Go
there is
straight to the
something going
source.
on.
I got one today, an email saying something about my Coinbase. I'd been compromised. It's going to be locked out in 24 hours or something like that. Some kind of, you know.
It's always going to be something. Always somebody's going to be trying to get you, come after your money. So you got the.
Well, they do the same
You
thing
gotta
with your
keep
bank
up,
account too, and like, you know, all the different.
Yeah, I mean, they even in today's age, you know, skimmers and stuff, like people create these fake things so that they put them on gas pumps and stuff like that, and as soon as you swipe your card, it gets all your information.
Man,
and then,
yeah, right.
Matter of fact, it happened to me when we was in Florida. Me and my old lady, we was down in Florida, and they ended up getting like $900 off of a card
man.
or something like that.
You
Like,
get it back?
yeah, she ended up shutting it down and all that good stuff, but.
But the
It's like
hassle
they
and
tried to
just
order a plane and all sorts of stuff.
Man,
But like I said, it
it's not
happens
just
even.
crypto.
It ain't just crypto. It's in the world in
bad
general.
actors in this world.
Bad people that's just out to get get $1. I don't know how they don't feel bad about stuff like that, but you know, whatever. It is what it is. You just got to be careful. Is all we're gonna say about that.
So what was
Um,
your favorite exchange out of all the ones you've used?
I'll say Coinbase was a very good one. They had very low fees, and they had a good bit of coins too. So like
Yeah.
most of the coins that I'm interested in, and that's on my watch list, and you know projects that I'm interested in, they had it anyways. And
Right.
not to mention you can put money on, get money out. The fees are super cheap.
And they got that.
They have real good charts when it comes to
Mhm.
like I think they use TradingView, don't they? Or
Yeah, it's
similar to it
it's
type of
kind of
thing.
off of it, but it doesn't have all the full features.
Like all
It's
the
got some of the
indicators.
features on there, but not the whole thing.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, it's which is very helpful. It's better than what
Right.
they had
It's a
before.
better
on
than
the,
like a lot of different markets or exchanges. You know, they don't have a whole lot of stuff, and even still, you got to zoom in, or
Yeah.
it don't show you the whole picture of the market. You know, type of thing.
Right.
It may go back like 30 candlesticks, and that's about it, or whatever.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, so it's pretty good whenever you're reading charts. You know, that's a good feature with Coinbase as well.
That's gonna be the Coinbase Advanced too. Like the regular Coinbase is gonna be like just instead of a chart, it's gonna be like a squiggly line,
Yeah,
not an active
Right.
motion type thing. But so you have to actually go like the Advanced, where it used to be Coinbase Pro, which they've done away with.
yeah.
You know, they kind of like did away with all that and put it all in one app and stuff.
Not
But
to, not to mention they also a lot of these exchanges, Coinbase included. Another reason I like Coinbase because they have their own card, they have their
Oh,
own
yeah,
credit
yeah.
card
Right.
or whatever. And a lot of these cards that you can get from the exchanges, you get benefits by spending your crypto, and you can go anywhere. You can go any grocery store, gas station,
Anywhere you can use like
and
Visa
swipe
or
and swipe
MasterCard.
that exchange.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, Visa, Mastercard, it's just like a regular bank. You get this, you apply for this debit card, credit card, and if I ain't mistaken, it don't have to be USD.
No, it don't. You can use whatever crypto you got
Whatever-
on there,
whatever you got.
Bitcoin, Stellar, whatever, and
Yeah.
you get rewarded for it.
And you
I
get
think I've got
rewarded.
mine linked to my Amazon account even.
Yeah.
My Coinbase card.
Yeah, so that's another good feature is a lot of these exchanges have their own card. Crypto.com, I know they have them. They also have different tiers and different levels on Crypto.com, right? So,
Yeah.
but you have to have a certain amount of the exchange token, which is
Yeah.
Crow.
Crow. You have to have quite a bit for
You
that
have-
top tier
so,
one, don't you?
yeah, depending on how much Crow you have will depend on what tier you are and what the benefit. Like some of them like a free subscription on Netflix or a
Netflix,
free
yeah.
subscription to Amazon Prime, or you know you get a certain
Mhm.
amount off of plane tickets and stuff like that. I mean it's wild, but most all of them have different perks and stuff like that. So
Right. That's
you know
pretty
them
awesome.
them are good features. Just for the
Yeah.
simple fact that you can have this debit credit card with your money on and you'll be able to spend it. It don't matter if it's USD, Bitcoin, Ethereum.
Yeah.
It don't matter.
Think about like if your bank account went down or something, and you couldn't use your card to
Yeah.
buy with that, and then you could have this other card on the exchange that you have money on there or whatever.
Yeah.
You could actually survive off of that if you had enough on there until you got this other problem fixed.
See, even if you ain't into crypto, you know these exchanges have good benefits, right? They have their
Yeah.
own. They have their own card. Not to mention you can spend it anywhere. Even if you don't purchase crypto, you could put money over there in USD coin or US or any stable coin or fiat
Mhm.
coin, where it's tied to the dollar. You know that's a good feature. Even if you don't know what to invest in at the moment, some exchanges have where you can get interest
Right.
just off of USD, just
Yeah.
off of putting USD on there.
Yeah, the Coinbase got the USD coin. If you put it in there, then you can draw interest off of it, and
And
then leave it on there until you're trying to figure out, like, if you're trying to learn this stuff, be building up interest while you're like looking
While
at
you're trying to
charts.
figure it out
Yeah,
and
yeah.
get educated on it.
Right.
So
And I think it's only like 1.5% on it.
it ain't
Not a
much,
whole,
but it's still. I
better.
guarantee it's still better than
Yeah.
you know the bank that you use. So
Mm-hmm.
you know there's that feature as well. Is just put money on there, even if you use it as a secondary account, savings account. You know, dump $100 a week or $50 a week or $200 a week, whatever you can afford. Even if you don't purchase any crypto at all, you know, it's still a beneficial thing for you
Yeah.
to be able to do. And like I said, it ain't the greatest interest rate, but you know anything is better than nothing. Being able to earn off of your money, and again, you can utilize it as a secondary savings account type of deal. So, just all around, like, it's pretty nice.
Have you ever gotten hacked on any of your exchanges, like your account or anything?
No, I don't think I have.
I haven't either.
And I mean, I've had so many exchanges: Crypto.com, Binance US, Coinbase, Nexo, Stargate or whatever it is. I'd have to look at my phone, but
Gate.io,
Gate.io, yep, MetaMask, Ledger,
Bet,
Uphold, Kraken, what's that other one? What's that? I had that one when I was mining Raven coin. I can't
Oh,
remember.
I don't remember that one.
It's like a purple one. I said Kraken already. Uphold.
One Gemini. No, Gemini's not purple.
No. Either way, there's a lot of different exchanges that I've had, and I haven't had the first issue besides getting locked out because I'm a U.S. citizen. You know what I mean? So,
yeah, stuff like that.
there's a lot of problems when it comes to, being a U.S. citizen or being an American in general, on certain exchanges. Like,
because they got different guidelines and all.
yeah,
that,
different guidelines,
countries
different
and-
rules, and because the U.S. hasn't got up to speed on crypto and the technology behind it and everything like that, they hem us up when it comes to certain things. Like Gate.io, I had a Gate.io, and then all of a sudden they locked my account because I guess they changed the rules
Mm.
or whatever
Right.
for Americans. So it is what it is. But even if that happens, as long
You
as
can
the
still withdraw though, couldn't you?
yeah, I was
Yeah.
still able to
You
get all
just
my money
couldn't-
off.
couldn't
You
buy
just can't
or put
buy
money
or
on
put
there.
money on. As long as it ain't bankrupt, you ain't gonna lose your money, right? So you can get your money right back off, even if they close your account. They're not gonna take your money. So that's another good feature right there too.
Yeah, right. Well, we did pretty good on the exchanges. We're gonna have to move on. We got
Yeah. So the next part of our show is gonna be talking about the news for today, and I believe on today's topic we are gonna cover XRP and Ripple, and what's going on in that space.
yeah. So this is Finbold News. They have an article about Ripple scores major win against the SEC with fatal exclusion of expert testimony.
You know,
So
when
this is
that,
going to be a big this is a big deal for the trial or the case. Do what?
When did that article come out?
This was, I think,
Scroll down just a little bit.
March 8th, right there.
March 8th.
Yeah. So yesterday.
Yep.
So I don't know if our people watching are following the case or not, and how big and important it is for
Yeah.
them to win this.
So before we get into this article, let's just let the viewers know, even if they ain't watching live. If you don't know much about XRP is in a lawsuit with the SEC in America currently, and they've been in a lawsuit for a few years now,
yeah, over 2 years.
waiting to get clarity. And again, it's very
Being
important for the crypto world.
Accused of being a security by the SEC,
Right.
and which Ripple's saying we're not, of course. So they're using the Halley test and all that, which determines if it's a security. And it's been like 2 years over 2 years. It'll be
Yeah.
3 years this December, I believe, since they got sued.
And basically, they're fighting the SEC on behalf of crypto, all of crypto. The outcome of this case is going to be really important to crypto in general, right? Because if they win the case, it'll give clarity to what a security versus non-security is, and
For the crypto, because they're saying like trying to say everything is a security in the
Pretty much
crypto space
everything.
except for Bitcoin.
yeah,
And so it's like huge deal because this could like set the standard for all the other coins and
Yeah.
stuff for the whole
it's going
space.
to be huge, and they're one of the only ones that's really stood up to the SEC.
Yeah, they spent
and,
like $100 million.
and been a long
fighting.
drawn out battle to, and they're doing this for everybody, right? So they could have just said, or
Yeah, or
really
settled.
the SEC trying to run them out of money. It seems like to me, but
Yeah, right.
trying to just see how far they can take them, type of thing. But
They've got the money to do it.
yeah, and they got the
XRP,
money to
they've got
fight, and like I said, they're doing it for all of crypto.
They got one of the best legal teams together fighting for them. It's costing them a fortune, but they're really doing a good job. They really
Yeah.
are. So this is says after the presiding judge in the legal battle between Ripple and the United States Securities and Exchange (SEC) ruled on both parties' motions to preclude certain expert testimony. Pro-Ripple lawyers believe that the decision could prove disastrous for the regulatory summary judgment motion. So, basically, what they've done is they put in the paperwork for this expert witness that the SEC has brought up, and they got it where they can't use him. They're not going to be able to use this expert witness, so it's in Ripple's favor. Scott Chamberlain, a former attorney and co-founder of the permissionless Layer 2 platform Evernode, shared his key takeaways. District Judge Torres ruling in which he singled out the exclusion of one specific witness as fatal to SEC. So here's what Scott Chamberlain said on Twitter. He said, after further thought, 4 key takeaways for me. It seems more likely there will be a trial because this decision results in conflicting expert testimony that muddies a summary judgment application. So many facts at issue. The caveat, the SEC's expert had his testimony on why people bought XRP excluded. It's unclear what, if any, evidence remains on record to support the SEC argument and that anyone bought XRP expecting profits solely or substantially from Ripple's efforts. This might be fatal to the SEC. So this is huge. And then also John E. Deaton, who's an attorney for the people, that the holders, I think I signed up to it. I think there's like 70,000 right around now that have joined up and went forces on this, and turned it in to showing that we were affected by this, what they're doing. It's supposed to protect us, but they hurt us, the SEC. He also is the SEC was trying to make it where he couldn't be a friend of the court, the amicus, whatever it's called, and the judge didn't allow that to happen, so he's actually going to be in the court representing the people, which is another win for Ripple, which is huge.
Right.
So a lot of good things going on in the Ripple news. Actually, this week too, because earlier, there was that week where they had a new partnership.
Oh yeah,
with for like 120 countries or something, or 120 million. What was it? I can't remember what it was.
I can't remember, but
it was a new partnership in Africa.
Oh yeah. I remember reading about it. Yeah.
Oh, I think it was going to be to 120 different countries. They were going to be able to send cross-border payments through, and it was that company that does all the. Let's see, looking it up. I had it on here, but something happened. Western Union, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Western Union, in Africa.
And MasterCard.
Yeah.
Western Union and MasterCard.
So they just keep growing and growing and growing and getting more partnerships because it is a banking token, and the payments are so fast.
They have like over 300 different banks that they work with.
It's crazy.
And like 45, 55 different countries.
And they're trying to like work on the CBDCs with these banks too or something, which isn't the greatest thing, but so, and then you got the Supreme Court ruling backs XRP fair notice defense for Ripple. That was on the 6th, March the 6th, which is a really big deal too.
This was back on March 3rd of 2023, where MFS Africa partners with Western Union, and basically it's Africa partnered with Western Union to enable individuals and businesses across the continent to receive money from more than 200 different countries, and also says that the digital payments network connects over 400 million mobile money wallets, 200 million bank accounts across Africa, and 200,000 agents in Nigeria. And it's enabling cross-platform and cross-border payments for remittance companies, global network operators, banks, non-bank financial institutions, and
Wow.
global merchants. Now, MFS Africa also received an additional $100 million in equity and debt finance in June, backed by capital partners. Now, what this has to do with Ripple is huge because that's adding another country to the list. They already have, again, like I said, over 300
Yeah.
different.
Continent,
Different
really,
banks.
Africa, that's huge.
Yeah.
Man, that's great. 200 countries? Yeah. Holy crap.
To be able to move money over more than 200 different countries. Like this one.
This is a big one right here.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
This is about the Supreme Court ruling for the whole thing. A big part is about the fair defense.
Mm.
If you don't know about something, how you supposed to do it.
Right.
Basically, is what it breaks down to, and with them, so you've got, the lawsuits going on. It could be in any day now. It could be weeks or months. So the SEC and Ripple, they can still submit pleas anytime during this time, because they haven't gone to trial. If it does go to trial or not, we don't know for sure.
Right.
But they can turn in new information. So Ripple's most recent filing points to a recent Supreme Court ruling which touches on the so-called fair notice defense employed by its counsel. So the due process clause of the U.S. Constitution requires individuals be given fair notice of which actions are prohibited by law. For Ripple, the fair notice defense goes like this. It couldn't have known to register XRP with securities regulators as the agency had never provided enough clarity on what makes a security within the
Right.
crypto context. The U.S. had made a case against Romanian immigrant Alexandra Brittner, who was with 272 bank accounts,
God dang.
right? Broke the law when he failed to file. So, let's give you an example. Of another case. Broke the law when he failed to file a relevant report with the regulators for each one. So, 272. Broken the law 272 times.
Right.
U.S. authorities demanded he pay $10,000 Bank Secrecy Act fine for each one, while the Supreme Court recently ruled he only had to pay just one, worth $10,000. So Bredner did not learn of this reporting obligation until returning to the United States many years later. After he returned, he filed the required reports, but not in time to avoid violations.
Mm.
In Bredner's case, the Supreme Court found that fair notice hadn't been given to him, right?
Right.
Because he didn't know about it, specifically to the point that it would demand an individual fines for each undisclosed bank account. So Ripple's doing the same thing here, right? So drawing supposed parallel lines between Brittner and Ripple execs, Ripple Labs counsel says Brittner's recent ruling is in tune to its fight against the SEC and should be taken into consideration. So that's big. Right?
Yeah, it
That's
pretty much
huge.
seems like this is he tries to do whatever they want to do and don't even have to tell you. They're just gonna tell you, oh, you gotta pay a
right.
fine, but then don't tell you why or, what makes it, what's the rules and regulations and stuff like that. That's
Well,
kinda-
the Ripple Labs, that for years and years they were sending people to the SEC's office trying to ask for guidance and clarity, from them so that they would be doing the right steps.
Mm.
They were making the effort to do that, but then
Yeah.
they would never tell them what they needed to do.
Right.
So, you can't. I mean, you can't fix something if you don't know what's wrong with it. How to, kind of thing. But yeah. So that's pretty big right there. It'd be really interesting to see which way this is going. But that's definitely a huge impact on the case. But anyway, so do you want to go on with the point of the day or?
Check the thing. Yeah, so that's pretty much gonna be it for news of the day and what's going on out there as far as the XRP case goes. We're gonna jump into coin of the day.
Let's see
Now.
if anybody guessed it.
Yeah.
Nobody's guessed it yet.
All right, so today we're gonna be talking about Gala and what it is, what it does. So Gala is the project's native token, and it was founded in 2019, and it's currently ranked number 135 with an all-time high of 84 cents. And currently it's trading a little over 3 cents. You know, in between 3 and 4 cents right now.
Close to 2 cents now.
Yeah, but that's an awesome time to buy.
Right.
It's one of them pretty low market cap coins, but they're involved in a lot of different spaces. Again, at the beginning of the video, we told you it was involved in the music industry, NFTs. They just got into the film industry, and they're also into the gaming space as well. So, and they even have their own app that you can search on Google or whatever, Gala app, and it'll take you over there, and you basically be able to do a lot of different stuff, and it's pretty user friendly as
That's
well,
cool.
where you can purchase and all that. They also have nodes as well. I didn't even mention the node aspect
Yeah.
of it, but you can run your own nodes. They have music nodes. They have the regular Gala node, which is the main node, and then they have brand new film nodes that you can run as well. Basically entertainment type of deal, but
That's amazing.
anyway, it has a total supply of about 35 billion, and it was created for Web3 and the gaming, rewarding players for playing games. Not to mention bringing ownerships when it comes to the like in-game assets that you can earn, where you can trade them on the marketplace, whether it be OpenSea or any other third-party marketplace as well. And
They got quite a few games out too, I believe.
yeah, they have
Looking
a
at the
good bit.
website, looked like there were several of them on there.
And also Snoop Dogg, he has he did music NFTs with Gala. Use the Gala platform, so that's pretty huge.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Especially for like a celebrity like Snoop Dogg. So like running nodes, you can earn passive income. Basically all of it, really. NFT games.
And they got a node for each thing too, don't they? Like they got a music
pretty
node,
much.
the Gala
The
regular
regular,
node, the film node now.
The regular one basically secures the project, if I ain't mistaken, and you earn Gala, and I think it gets cut like after so many, basically deflationary type of
It
rewarding
burns it
system.
or something like that. I think when I looked up a while back, if you had a node, you got 400 Gala a day. I think is what it was at the time. Per node.
Right.
And the nodes are expensive now, but when they first came out, you could get one for about $2,000. And you got to figure, I mean, when it was 84 cents, that was pretty good, 400 a day,
Yeah, right.
Which right now it's not as
For
good.
for doing nothing, because running
Right.
nodes don't cost anything but your initial investment,
Right.
type of thing. So we want to get into the brand new space that Gala's getting into, which would be the filming nodes. You want to tell us a little bit more about the film nodes and basically what they're doing with the filming
Well,
industry?
It's
Or
brand new, like it just come out, and I don't think you can get the node yet. I don't think you, or maybe you can, but you have to wait. But like I said, it's totally new. It's the only one I've ever heard of. Like,
Yeah, there really ain't a whole lot of
Node.
information because it's a brand new aspect of
It's the only
Gala.
coin that I know of. Well, any blockchain that in the node, I mean in the film. First time I've ever heard of.
Not to mention just in all different aspects like gaming, NFT,
Yeah. They're covering all areas of like the
film,
entertainment.
music,
sector
yeah, the
and
whole
stuff.
entertainment sector.
Yeah.
Pretty wild, but
Don't you like? I think it's you get if you watch films or something.
yeah, you
with
watch
it,
if you watch
get,
film, you get rewarded in Gala.
Yeah.
So that's another. Basically, everything you get rewarded for doing something, whether it be listening to music or creating music, putting it on the Gala platform. Playing games, you can earn in-game assets, unlike your traditional game.
And
like
you can
Call
sell
of Duty.
those if you want to. Like,
Yeah,
like
right.
if you get like I guess it would be an NFT, and then and it could go up in value a lot too.
Yeah, right.
Over time. and
Yeah,
stuff.
once the game starts taking off, or even if they like say Call of Duty and Fortnite and stuff like that, two like real big games out there, you don't really get to earn nothing.
You don't
get
really have
these
anything to show
skins. You
for
gotta
it,
you
yeah.
gotta pay for the stuff, and you don't get nothing in
It stays
return.
in the game. You can't
Yeah.
take and sell those
So-
skins or anything like. Yeah.
And then like I say, if once a game becomes popular and well known, more people will get in. You know what I mean? So it's basically word of mouth type of thing as well, because not many people get into the crypto space or know about it, so
Yeah.
they probably
Right.
don't even know that these games exist.
I feel like possibly even in the next bull run, the next few years, that the Web3 gaming technology, I think it could be huge,
Yeah,
massive.
right,
It
right.
could be like the next like DeFi or something like that, or
The NFT space when it came out, it was pretty big, and
yeah, yeah, and if it took off, and it was just like one game that turned in that was on that this technology, and it turned into like a Call of Duty like just massive,
mm,
and I mean you had like NFTs and stuff on there that were like given to you or you bought real cheap or
yeah.
something. They
Or
could
just you played and earned.
right played those.
Just
I mean they could be worth no telling what.
yeah. I
I
mean, you can't
mean
really put a price on it, right?
yeah, yeah,
Or it's kind of hard. You put a price on it, but
you got the board.
because especially like if you get in at the beginning, right? If you get
Yes,
like the very
timing.
first, skin or whatever, people really, it's just like antiques, stuff that was,
Yeah,
in the 1800s, it's just real valuable. So it's the same type of thing. I feel like it would be, is if you get in at the beginning, that's the best time to do it because
yep.
they're, you'll probably never find one. So they'll
It'll
probably
just keep going
basically,
up in value. The
yeah.
more popular the
Right.
game goes, the more time and stuff.
Gala's currently on the. I just want to mention real quick that they work on the Ethereum and Binance chain. So every crypto works off of different blockchains, different networks. You have different networks. So like Avalanche, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Algorand, Cardano,
Solana.
Polygon, Solana. So you got to be aware of that as well. But they currently work with Ethereum, so ERC20 token, and you got Binance as well. And
Aren't they trying to come out with their own chain or something?
yeah, so they're also working on their own chain, and that's gonna be pretty huge too, because like I said, they are just involved in
grow
so
like crazy.
they're just involved in so much different stuff. I'm really bullish on the coin when it comes to investing in it or just researching about it, just knowing more and more about it, like all the stuff that they are getting involved in and the stuff that they've already came out with. Again, they got their own website, which is very nice,
They got
user-friendly
playable
website,
games.
playable games that you can play right now. And I guess you could say the graphics and the gameplay, it's only going to get better. It might not be the greatest,
Yeah.
but you got to think this is a different era and
Just the
a
beginning.
different type of, I guess you could say, a different type of technology when it comes to building a game. And so yeah, pretty much that wraps up the coin of the day. If you're interested in the gaming or NFTs,
Where can you buy it? Where can you get Gala?
so you can get it on Coinbase. You can get it on Binance US, Crypto.com.
It's pretty much everywhere.
I mean, it's pretty open and available, pretty much on all exchanges.
For
I know they
BA.
have a multiple good bit. So even Gate.io and regular Binance and Nexo and
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you want to get it, you'll be able to find it pretty much. And you can always search it if you don't know or whatever the case may be.
Yeah. So look it
Oh.
up, guys, and don't take our word for it. Look it up and see what you can find out about it
Yeah,
if you're interested in it.
yeah. Before you
Yeah.
do any kind of investing, because we're not telling you to invest in Gala or anything like that. We're just letting you know that it's a very interesting coin, and we feel like it's got very positive, upside, and it's
I'm very bullish on it too.
yeah, it'll.
Yeah.
I think it'll be something
They
big.
got a good, strong team.
It can be a badass coin project that to be involved in. So
Sounds good.
so the next episode that we're going to be talking about on our next live stream, which will be next Monday or Tuesday, depending on
Yeah.
what we come up with. You can check me out on TikTok, the Archer Exchange. And I'll be making little videos before we go live. So if you want to check them out there to know if we go live on a Monday or on a Tuesday, then come over there and check us out. Again, the next video that we do, we're going to be talking about what is crypto, what it does, right, and the value of it,
Mm-hmm.
and of course we'll be keeping up with the news. Now this month is a pretty important month because we had the Fed meeting.
Yeah, it's coming
Not
up.
to mention in the next couple days, we'll be having the inflation numbers coming out,
on the 14th, I think it is.
which is probably a reason why the market's going down right now, probably pricing of the in or whatnot. But and then we'll be getting into another coin of the day. And so if you're watching this live stream, again, if you can guess the coin, we'll give you a shout out and we'll make a video off of whatever you would like to talk about next. So even if you didn't get it in at the beginning of the stream, here at the end we'll do the same thing. The next coin that we're going to be getting into is sports, and we're going to be covering the world's first rewards platform that uses blockchain technology to accomplish digital transformation of the sports world. So make sure you tune in next time, and again, leave a comment down below if you can guess that coin, and we'll give you a shout out and make a video on whatever crypto content, whether it be you want to learn something or you want us to review another coin. We can do that coin of the day on that one as well. So again, stay tuned, hit the notification buttons on YouTube, and leave a like and a follow, or check us out on TikTok. Again, we'll be making videos before we go live every week as well. So we appreciate you watching.
Appreciate it.
And continue watching as we grow. So, you know, we're only going to get better from here.
Leave them comments down there. You want to learn something, or we can help you guys to figure out something that you were having problems with or just curious about, and we'll try to give you a show on it. And like you said, Austin said, appreciate watching, and we'll see you next time.
We out.
You will not be able to.
Mm.
I'm supposed to